Hello everybody, welcome to Pinnacle Online Coaching Classes. In this video lecture, we are going to do cloze test and we are going to do part 10 of cloze test. We have made a complete series for you, a complete series of 20 video lectures for cloze test. It's a very important topic for SSC CGL Tier 2 exam, and this is very important. You will be given minimum 25 questions from this section. Realizing the importance of this topic, a complete series has been made of 20 video lectures. We started from the very simplest stage of what is a cloze test, what kind of cloze tests are asked by SSC, what are the various topics which you need to focus on, what are the passages related to, how are cloze tests in SSC different from those in banking. Everything has been done with you. How grammar is, your grammatical knowledge of is to be applied in cloze test, what to do in those situations where you do not know what to fill in the blank and you feel the sentence is fine even without the blank. Everything has so far has been covered with you, and this is part 10. In part 10 we are going to do a historical passage about cloze test. We are going to do a cloze test which is based on a historical background. This is one topic where you will require a little background knowledge, and a little knowledge about the topic is going to be highly beneficial. This series of cloze test, it's a part of our Job Assure Part 2 program, which is a scientifically designed program based on a daily basis where you are going to be given a syllabus, what is to be covered, and after that a test is conducted every day by the end of the day, so you can really know how much you are scoring and where you stand. So now let's begin cloze test, which is based on a historical passage. Let's begin. Historical passage. First, let us read it. The Aryans dash about northern Asia and Europe over the wide grasslands. But as their numbers grew and the climate became drier and the land dash, there was not dash food for all of them to eat. Dash, they were forced to move to other parts of the world in search of dash. They spread out all over Europe and dash to India, Persia and Mesopotamia. Thus we find that nearly all the people of Europe and northern India and Persia and Mesopotamia, although they differ so much dash each other now, are really descendants from the same dash, the Aryans. Of course, this was very long dash, and since then much has happened and races have got mixed up to a large extent. The Aryans dash, one great ancestral race of the people of the world today. So what is this passage about? This passage is about the Aryans. And if you read any history book, the first chapter is Indus Valley Civilization and the next chapter immediately after that is about the Aryans. And what is important? How they came to India. How did they come to India? What was their reason for coming to India? All that has been covered. Now, if you have a little background of knowledge about the subject in historical passages, it proves to be highly beneficial. Now, you might think, oh, I have no knowledge about history. I don't like history. I never liked it in school. All these kind of thoughts are going to come to your mind. Very basic knowledge is required. You will not have to ever go into depth, but very basic knowledge is required. Okay. Now, let us see how we are going to do it. The Aryans dash about northern Asia and Europe over the wide grasslands. Now here my four options are wandered, worked or worried. This passage, it's a mixture of both vocabulary and grammar based, mostly towards vocabulary. Okay. Wandered, what is the meaning of wandered? W-A-N-D-E-R-E-D. Wandered. Wandered is to roam about a place aimlessly. Okay, that is the meaning. Aimlessly, you are just moving from place to place without any specific purpose. And this wandered, W-O-N-D-E-R-E-D, wandered, this is to think about something with curiosity. I wonder what he will be wearing for the party today. I wonder what she will say when I tell her this. So you are thinking about it with curiosity. Worked and worried. Worried is a stressful state and then it is worked. Now here out of all these, they wandered is going to be the right one. They wandered about northern Asia and Europe over the wide grasslands. If you have a little background knowledge of history, then you will definitely know that Aryans, they had plenty of cows and they used to wander from place to place for looking for fodder and water for their cows. So they wandered about northern Asia and Europe over wide grasslands. But as their numbers grew, there you are referring to the Aryans. But as their numbers grew and the climate became drier and the land dash, land grassful, land green, land grassless or land dead. See the very word but, it is going to show a contrasting situation. And here very clearly it is given forced to move. When will they be forced to move? When the land will become green. Land becoming green means plenty of trees, grass growing. That is not correct. Land becoming grassful or full of grass, that is also incorrect. So land will become grassless. And here and is the connecting word. When we have used but their numbers grew and the climate became drier. This is a negative thing. The climate became drier. So two similar things will be connected. So land becoming dry, climate becoming drier and land becoming grassless. Grassless is going to be the right word. There was not dash food for all of them to eat. Number 3. There was not full food. There was not enough food. There was not plenty food. There was not grass food. Now grass, there is nothing called grass food. So this is incorrect. There was not plenty food. Please remember that this word plenty, it is always going to be followed by of and then the noun plenty of what? Plenty of water, plenty of people, plenty of questions. Plenty of video lectures are being made by Pinnacle. Plenty will never be followed immediately by the noun. I will never say plenty food, plenty children, plenty trees are cut down every year. It's incorrect. Of has to be there. And here we do not see any of. So plenty gets eliminated. Okay. Then we are left with there was not full food. This is incorrect. There was not enough food. There was not enough food for all of them to eat. Dash, they were forced to move to other parts of the world in search of dash. Now, why are they moving out? They are moving out because there is not plenty of food. So, therefore, they are going to move to other parts of the world in search of what? In search of riches, money, shelter, or food. They are going to move out in search of food because that was deficit there. So, here in search of food is going to be the answer. Now, let us look at option 4. Dash, they were forced to move to other parts of the world in search of food. So they were forced, as they were forced, because they were forced, or yet they were forced. What is going to be the right one here in number 4? Here, so is going to be used. So is used when you are giving a reason for something. So is used when there you are giving a reason for something. So means and for this reason they were forced to move to other parts of the world in search of food. They spread out all over Europe and dash to India. Number 6. From number 6 onwards to 10, we are going to do in the next slide. Here, they spread out all over Europe and dash to India. They went to India, they came to India, come to India or has come to India. Now it is in the past tense. Since it is in the past tense, we cannot use come. Come is in the present. Has come is in the present perfect. So these two options will get eliminated. What are we left with? We are left with they went to India or they came to India. Here we will say they came to India. This is going to be the right one. Thus, we find that nearly all the people of Europe and northern India and Persia and Mesopotamia. So these are the places to where the Aryans went. Although the people of these places, they differ so much dash each other now. They differ so much to each other now, with each other now, they differ so much on each other now or differ from. Now see, when you use differ on, then you will mention the point on which you differ. I differ on this particular point. Here it is phrasal verbs. Differ with. You are going to differ with a person. If two people have different views, then I will say, I differ with my mother on this particular point. When you say differ from, then the two things which are being compared or the 2 points which are being compared, they are taken into consideration. This chair differs from that one. So here in this case, the people of all these places, question number 7, it's going to be differ from. The people of all these places, they differ so much from each other now. They are really descendants from the same dash the Aryans. Now here they are these people who differ so much now, they are really descendants from the same dash the Aryans. Number 8, friends, family, ancestors or Aryans. Now it can't be same Aryans, the Aryans, that is incorrect. Family and friends will also not be the case. Here we have to use the word ancestors. Who are ancestors? Ancestors are our forefathers. Of course, this has a very long dash. Of course, this has a very long ago. This was very long ago, very long time, very long period or wait. Now, wherever a specific time period is given, here we are trying to say when did all this happen. Of course, this was very long ago is going to be used. Ago is used for all those situations where a time frame has been given. 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. So here very long ago. And since then much has happened and races have got mixed up to a large extent. The Aryans are dash. The Aryans are dash number 10. The Aryans are so, the Aryans are enough, the Aryans are therefore, the Aryans are but. Question number 10. The Aryans are here, this is a comma. The Aryans are but one great ancestral race of the people of the world today. This is my close test which talked about the Aryans, where they were from originally, why did they move to different parts of the world. So this was a passage that was related to history, and if you had a little knowledge of history, definitely it would come in handy. I wish you all the very, very best. And this was part 10 of closed test. Now we will move on to part 11. All the best. Thank you.